Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series number 18 Darth Plagueis 3 3/4 inch scale figure. Before we get started, I would like to give a shout out to maddwoba, who is a reviewer here on YouTube, who's done a lot of really great insightful videos on Star Wars collectibles. Unfortunately, maddwoba and his family are going through a very difficult time right now. So I do ask you to send your thoughts and prayers, good vibes, good feelings over to him and his family because they do need it. And if you've never seen his channel, I will put a link down at the description. Be sure to check it out. He's done a lot of great stuff. Really nice guy and family man. And it is because of maddwoba that I actually have this Darth Plagueis figure in my collection. Now, this was a figure I never found at retail, and several months back, maddwoba, who knew I didn't have it, got in touch and told me that a local comic shop of his had it available for a price that wasn't incredibly outrageous, as these tend to go for nowadays. So I jumped on the opportunity, got my Darth Plagueis figure, and very thankful to maddwoba for acquiring it for me, because otherwise I would not have this figure in my collection. Now, the figure, as you can see, is in the older style Black Series packaging, and does have a couple pieces of tape. This is how I received it. Of course, you probably know that a lot of the 3 3/4 inch Black Series figures from a couple years ago had this issue where the bubbles were just falling off in the stores, and the stores were either stapling them or putting tape and whatnot, so that's why you see that there. I haven't taken it out of the package yet, so I'm anxious to do that. The back of it shows you a little bit of information there on Darth Plagueis, which of course was Darth Sidious's Sith Master. And they even wrote a book about him, which, to be honest with you guys, I haven't finished reading. I started it about a year ago, and I got maybe about a quarter through it, and just got busy with school and stuff, so definitely need to make a point to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and get Darth Plagueis out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look and see exactly how cool he is out of the box. Alright, you guys, so here is Darth Plagueis out of the packaging. The fit of the hood is a little bit off, doesn't quite fit this particular figure very well. But aesthetically speaking, it's still a very nice looking figure. He's a pretty tall and very lanky looking figure, but it has quite a bit of detail on it, and it's loaded with quite a bit of articulation. Of course, you get the soft robes cloak, which doesn't work all that well, but, I suppose that it serves its purpose well enough. And he also comes with some pretty nice accessories, which we will also look at in just a moment. Alright, you guys, so here's a close-up of Darth Plagueis' head. As you can see, it's a pretty neat-looking alien figure. And, of course, this is the same species. He's a moon that we saw in Star Wars Episode 2, in which, he said, the banking clan will sign your treaty. That's this guy here. He's the same species. Not the same character, but the same species. Of course, this one's a lot more Sith looking, what with the grayed out skin and the red Sith eyes. Definitely looks pretty. It looks like he's a bad guy. Just looking at the figure, you know that this isn't a guy that's going to pick up milk for you on the way home or anything. He does look pretty mean. But that being said, the rest of the body does look very, very nice. It's got a lot of nice detail on it. And you can remove his cloak. And it is made of a little bit of like a stretchy kind of material. And here you go. This is the figure without any of the, without the cloak on it. And as you can see, it looks pretty good. Again, it is very, very skinny, very lanky, very long limbs. And quite cool. I think the detail on the costume is pretty nice. He's got this upper chest, shoulder piece here that is a separate piece, but nonetheless, it does seem like it would be a little bit difficult to take off. I don't want to do that. Still pretty nice looking piece. His costume looks quite nice. Definitely looks like it's made for to be utilitarian and perhaps even for combat. He's got the armored bits there at his lower arms, as well as the shin guards there. So definitely looks like he's ready to tackle any kind of combat that may come his way. The hands are also really cool, pretty long, and it looks like they're gloved but you know, they just really fit with the character design of this guy. So all in all, pretty nicely detailed figure, and I think the execution on the aesthetics here is actually really good. Probably one of the better figures in the Star Wars Black Series lineup. In the way of articulation, Darth Plagueis has a ball joint here at the head, and you get some pretty good movement with it. It goes down, goes up, side to side pretty well. It is a little bit, and I think this is the neck, it just feels a little bit bendy, a little more so than I think it should. He has ball joints at the shoulders, and they get really nice movement. Ball hinging here at his elbows, swivels at his wrists. You get swivels at both of the hips, and they go pretty well in both directions. He's got very nicely concealed ball joints there at his knees, and then ball joints down at the ankles as well. It's a very nicely articulated figure. In the way of accessories, Darth Plagueis comes with his lightsaber, and as you can see, it's a pretty unique looking lightsaber hilt. It's got a nicely colored red blade on it. He also comes with a staff. Pretty simple, but you know, nonetheless, it looks quite nice. And what's cool about this is you can see there's a little hole there at the very top of the staff. You can connect the lightsaber just like so. Just twist it in there, and now you have a really long saber staff. Pretty cool. You also get a little mask here that you can place on his head. You do have to pop off the head in order to get the mask on, and I don't really like taking the head off because, like I said, the neck itself is kind of rubbery, and I just kind of feel like it feels like it wants to break. The lightsaber, though, he looks really good holding it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Hasbro Star Wars, the Black Series, number 18, Darth Plagueis, 3 3/4 inch scale figure. Overall, I think this is a really nice figure, and I can see why it is quite popular, other than the character itself being quite a popular character, given its connection to Emperor Palpatine, as well as having its own novel. Oh no, I think Hasbro did a really good job here. The aesthetics of the figure are very nice. The cloak is okay. It doesn't seem to fit his head very well. But the other accessories he comes with, like the face mask and the lightsaber and then the staff to connect the lightsaber into, are very nice accessories. All in all, I think if you're a fan of the Sith Lords, then you're probably going to like this quite a bit. If you're a fan of Emperor Palpatine, then, you know, this is a pretty good one to have in your collection as well. Alright, my friends, as always, I want to thank you for watching Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.